Chicago Alderman Gilbert Villegas has introduced a bill that would bring pigeon racing back to the city after a nearly 15-year ban. Supporters of the proposal believe that birds bred for pigeon racing will live full lives, zipping across finish lines in days filled with exercise, training, and competition. They believe that the lofts where the birds are kept will be inspected and certified on a regular basis to ensure the birds are kept in clean, sanitary, and healthy conditions. But as Shark has proven time and time again, this isn't the case, and the issue goes much deeper than clean coops. Racing pigeons aren't beloved pets. They're expected to bring in the money, and that's it. The birds used in this so-called sport will be bred based on their ability to return to their homes over a certain distance. In a competition, the time it takes each pigeon to cover the distance is measured, and the bird's rate of travel is calculated to see which one returned the fastest. The winners may go on to fly another day, but the losers no longer have any value. They will either be killed, or abandoned, or sold for live pigeon shoots. The same goes for pigeons that don't make it to competition. Pigeons bred in captivity are banded and therefore easily identifiable when seen in the wild. A December 2017 article from the Chicago Sun-Times describes an incident where around 100 domestically raised pigeons were abandoned in a parking lot by a man seen unloading them from a van. Katie Ann O'Neill, a volunteer with Chicago Bird Collision Monitors, said, "At least some of the birds were racing pigeons, with bands on their legs detailing their age and where they were hatched. They were left in the parking lot with no food, water, or protection from predators. Since they were domestically raised, they had no idea how to find food or avoid animals higher on the food chain." Shark has seen a lot of banded pigeons during our decades of live pigeon shoot investigations. These docile, cage-raised birds often end up as easy targets for bloodthirsty killers. This pile of dead and dying pigeon shoot victims included many banded birds. Selling overstock is a way for pigeon racers to make extra money. In 2016, Shark rescued 29 injured pigeons following Oklahoma Senator James Inhofe's now-defunct pigeon shoot fundraiser. Many of the birds were banded. Pigeons deemed unfit for racing are often sold to live pigeon shoots because it puts money into the pockets of breeders. Both domesticated and wild pigeons can end up in the hands of pigeon shooters in other ways. Pigeons, many of which are banded, are regularly and illegally netted in New York City parks. Then they are illegally transported from New York to Pennsylvania for live pigeon shoots. Chicago should not condone this cruelty and inevitable corruption. Please contact Alderman Villegas and ask him to put a stop to this proposal. If you're a city resident, you can look up your ward alderman via a link in the description section of this video and ask them to reject this proposal. Please be respectful and courteous at all times.